Dr. Tarpley, I call you the man my audience loves to hate.
That may be for what can we say, the rural South, but I don't think that's really accurate. I know you have a lot of listeners around Austin, Texas, Tom. Can I just tell you a little story?
A lot of Ron Paul supporters.
The Texas Hill Country, right? The area which begins, I guess, about northwest of Austin or north of Austin. Right. There's this area, the Texas Hill Country, right? What Johnson always used to talk about, the land of the Pedernales River. But here's the question. In the 1930s, the Texas Hill Country was a land of fairly isolated farmhouses. And the question was, would electric power, rural electrification, ever come to the Texas Hill Country? And the interesting story that Caro tells shows us that the Texas Hill Country got the benefits of washing machines and dryers and air conditioning later on, not because of any free market. It was not the free market. It was not the private sector. It was not Ron Paul.
It was the New Deal, probably, right?
It was not the Austrian school. It was not von Hayek. It was not von Mises. It was big government. Big government brought electric power to a lot of these people today who can't they'd be cursing big government in the dark if it weren't for what big government did for them. And I think this is an interesting story. Johnson wanted to get elected to the Congress in this area, and he developed a campaign which was based on rural electrification, right? And the New Deal had, and there still is, the Rural Electrification Administration, the REA, right? One of those alphabet soup agencies, right, that the reactionaries and the libertarians love to hate. So LBJ would go around campaigning saying, elect me to Congress. I will make sure that electric wires are strung to your house so that you can have a washing machine, you can have an iron, you can have all these labor-saving devices, and, of course, later on, as they say, air conditioning. And he pitched it to the women. He would say, look at your mother, ladies. I will tell you, I will make sure that you never look like your mother, because I will give you a qualitative improvement in your quality of life. You will not have to drudge and slave and wear yourself out so that you age prematurely like your mother did. And he won the election. And then he had to go to Roosevelt. He had to go to FDR and keep after him, because what had to be done was the Texas Hill Country did not qualify in terms of the density of housing required under normal REA. Even the REA had rules, and you had to have a certain density of housing per square mile in order to string up these electrical wires. So LBJ convinced FDR to bend the rules so that they could go and build these electrical wires anyway, and that's how it happened. So what it means is progress is possible. It's exactly what we were talking about. Technology, industry, modern society, these represent progress. These can represent qualitative improvements in the standard of living and in the longevity, because that's another way of saying, ladies, you're going to live longer, and men, needless to say, right? You live longer if you have air conditioning. So I would like to hear from the Ron Paul people there in Austin, since I know it's such a strong point for them. The hatred of big government, huh? Well, the free market never did it, and the free market never would have done it. And in terms of bridges to nowhere, I would stress every bridge, or most bridges, are bridges to nowhere. If you look at the Transcontinental Railroad, the first one of the big arguments was, but there's nothing there. It's just this empty space. Well,
build it and they will come.
Build it and they will come, obviously. And if you build the bridge, the bridge to nowhere means that a whole area is opened up for development.
It's going to become somewhere.
It's going to become somewhere, right? And that's how human society, the progress of humanity is mediated through such events. So not the free market.